Hey there, it's me Red Knight and welcome back to Hey Day. Now today we're going to be heading on over to the town and looking at the new feature that was introduced in the last update. Now I kind of like this one because it's going to give me the option to adjust the actual visitors and the buildings within my actual town. Now I kind of like that fact, the fact that I can now tweak and make it a little bit easier for me for when it comes to doing the derby. Now the derby is often building related or it's visitor related. Now depending on which task you're doing, this ability to switch the visitors and the buildings around and then prioritize based on that and maybe service time is a good feature. And we can now do that for each of the actual tab settings. So you've got all, you've got idle, you've got waiting, serving, ready and leaving. Now we know what they're for, so we know within the game which ones we want to have a look at when we are doing specific tasks. Like if I'm actually doing a derby task and I want to collect certain visitors, I think for me the ready is more important. However, if we're looking at each tab, maybe we want to adjust it and then we can start planning what we need to do. Now the first one I'm going to look at here is the All tab, and you'll see all of the visitors are down there. They're grouped into category focus, it seems, at the moment, which is kind of cool for me. So it's in idle in relation to building order, then it's in more like waiting and then ready and then sending home. So the category seems to be good there, but it's still building focus. Now the options I've got here within this actual settings menu are to change it. I can go with serving, as you can see here. I've got the townie types or they've got the building type. So each setting has its own specific function. Now the All tab is set into basically the two settings. Now by the number of buildings still remaining seems to be the first one. So idle, number of buildings remaining, 1 building. Okay, 2 are done. Idle, 2 buildings, then 3 buildings remaining there that still need to be sorted, but not visitor order. The visitors are random. As we scroll down there, I can see a lot of different selections. Now if I change it back to the townie type and I go with the second setting there, let's go and have a look and see how that one looks. Now you'll see over on the left hand side it's now actual visitor order. So if I'm doing that derby task, it's much more comfortable as well. So I like this feature a lot. Now okay, the all is everything, so to a certain extent it's only beneficial in relation to seeing what visitors I got within my town, so I can kind of plan ahead for maybe a derby task that's coming up very soon, and maybe I want to turn around some visitors quickly, get those out of the way, thus leaving me with specific visitors that I can use within my town. Or maybe I can help my hoodies as well by, say, sending those away. Now it's umming and ahhing, so which one do you prefer? Do you prefer category versus number of buildings, or do you prefer visitor order for the All tab? You've got both settings and they have merits and demerits for both of them. I think when it comes down to the building order and then the actual category for each building, it's very nice. I like it as such to a certain extent. I do think though that it could be tweaked a little bit more on the All tab. I think that one needs adjusting slightly. Now my preference, I'm afraid, is probably going to be the townie type, so I'm more comfortable with all showing in which number of townies I've got, because I tend to use the idle for buildings as an example. Now at the moment, okay, idle again has the two choices. There's a number of buildings on that are still remaining to be done, and then by townie type, so you can adjust it here as well. Now this is those visitors that are walking around within your actual town that you haven't serviced. So if you're doing a derby task, you've not sent these visitors to the building, you can just say, okay, I need this visitor, they get priority, I do those ones first. Or I need this building, that gets priority, I do that one first. So I do like it, I really do. So again, it's a decision, which one do I go for? Now I must admit I'm more focused on the buildings when it comes to the actual sending of the visitors, so I kind of like the fact that I can see which ones are done, which ones are not done. So usually for myself I focus on those 1 buildings or 2 buildings, and anything for 3 I might do it or I may send it away. So you'll see in here me actually tapping on each visitor and then sending them to a building. And once I've got down to a specific point, I'll see that all the buildings there are left for 3. Now I could do them if I wanted to, or I can send them all away. Now in this case I'm going to send them all away. I don't want to do them. Now they're going to go back to the platform and someone can pick them up, and I'll tell my hoodies about that later because they need the passengers. Now waiting again, okay, you'll see here that they're all in visitor specific order. Now that's kind of okay, I like that one, but I do want it to be adjusted to the building sometimes, especially when I want to see which visitors are waiting in which building. So for me serving them at the moment, it's always been tap on the visitor and remembering which buildings I have or haven't done. With this new feature, I can just tap on one of them and I know I can do all of the buildings. I can tap on the next one, I can do all of the buildings, and it makes it so much easier for me actually serving my visitors. So I can just tap on that one building, go and service those visitors within that building, get them done. I know I've done that one, I can then jump over to the next building, and I don't have to worry about going back to the same building again and again by mistake because I've already done it. So this actual feature allows me to be able to service my visitors in each building much more comfortably than previous. So I do like it. Now remember as well, you've also got the option of serving specific townies. So if you wanted to, you can adjust it. Okay, I want to do these townies first, not these other townies, and then you can prioritize with those specific visitors. And then again, when it comes down to requesting goods from your friends, you know which visitors you want for that derby task. So this update has been really focused on making it easier for people to service the visitors, service the buildings, and do those derby tasks, and I do like it a lot. Right now, as we work our way down, okay, we got the waiting there, okay, that's great, and I can see lots of visitors done there, so no problems, and that's all done and dusted. Now, next one we got down there is the serving tab. Now, again, this is going to tell me which visitors are being served, which ones are not being served, and I can pick and choose and go through those. And for me, I'm probably going to keep it very time focused because I want to see who is the fastest and who is the slowest. Now, again, I can adjust it. Now for me, the serving has 3 options, and I think this is probably the best one of all of them. So time service, townie service, and you can see how long it takes to turn around all of those town visitors, and I do like that one. It seems to be the highest down to, in fact, no, there's no specific order there for that one. It seems to be just visitor order, so the time I think could be adjusted maybe to make it easier as well. Building type, okay, again you can see which buildings need to be done, so it is beneficial, but I think I'm going to stick with the service for time on this case. So knowing which visitors are going to be turned around and how long it's going to be before all of my visitors done, that's priority for me. I want to know when I can collect all of my townies. Right now, the last one down there is the Ready tab. Now, the Ready tab itself, okay, it tells me which visitors are ready to give gifts. Now, normally when I go there, I just have a look for the buildings that are partially done, collect on those ones. Like you can see there, there's a few there that haven't had all of their ticks done yet. And basically, I would collect the ones that need to be done in relation to their gift. And that would make it much easier for me. Now, okay, with this option you can start collecting the gifts. Okay, you know which buildings need to be done. It's great. I like it as a feature. I still think I need the option to collect all, so I would like the button in there that allows me to collect the gifts from every single visitor. That I think is the only thing that's missing from that actual service option within the Ready. But that's basically the new settings tab. There's a lot of really good options there. Go and mess around with it, see which ones you prefer. Remember to adjust it for the derby, and basically it makes the game much more suitable for you. So remember, there are a variety of different choices, but it's down to you at the end of the day, and I do like it. Now, a great thing as well with that one, you can actually see who's leaving as normal. Then you go and tell your hoodies which passengers you got ready. Now, usually when I come to collecting gifts, I just tap on the buildings, but when you don't want to be collecting all the passengers, you need to use the town interface. But in this case, I'm not concerned. I've opted out of the derby because I'm going to be very busy this week and next week as well. So just give me my visitors, give me my reputation points. We're gradually moving up, so we need to get 39,000, and I'm up in the 29,000, soon to be 30. So I'm rather pleased about that one. So almost 30,000 reputation points, leaving me with literally 9,000 more to get. So I'm kind of happy about that one. Ooh, booster. I like that one. Boosters are good. Now I still have the option as well to go and head on over to my hoodies, and I can start actually collecting passengers from them as well. Now I do wish I had a sort option on this one as well, please. Heyday, it's very nice to be able to sort out the actual visitors that are in a specific visitor order, which is great if you're looking for certain visitors, but sometimes I'm looking for specific buildings. So could we have the ability to sort this one as well? I think that's the only feature that basically needs to be done with the town pickups. I would like to know who's got, let's say, a cinema amongst all of my hoodies, and then I can go and pick those up. Now I love the feature that I can now jump to different people and collect their passengers. I think that's a great addition within the game, but it could go one step further by allowing me to collect without having to go to all of those stations, by having a control menu. So this user interface needs to be changed. Right, well that's it basically for this video. I do like the update. I think this new feature is actually really beneficial, so start playing with it, as I said. Now do come and join me tomorrow on the 13th of July for my birthday stream from 3 PM till 9 PM, but if not, do make sure you watch the rest of my videos that I upload regularly anyway, and join me for my live streams twice weekly. Make sure you hit that actual thumbs up button as well for the like, and do comment below my videos if you would like to, and you feel so inclined. There's also the subscribe and the notification. But either way, I will see you in my next video. Take care, have fun, and goodbye everybody.